Welcome back, everybody, to another
Wood Stove Wednesday.
Shazam!
It's been a really long time.
Back by popular demand. For this Wood Stove Wednesday, we thought we would focus mainly on her.
Yeah. What a way to start. I had a little accident. I don't know if you can see that.
Das Boot. Over the last couple months, we've been having issues with a hawk or a falcon. I'm not sure which one it is, but something been trying to get our chickens. Originally, we seen it, and it was just flying by. And then we seen it like hovering over by the chicken coop one time, and then we seen it like literally dive in and try to grab one of the chickens through the bottom of the metal fence. And we know it happens because people in Juneau,
They've been having a hard time with hawks this year too.
yeah, so they'll go in, they'll get the chicken close to the fence, and then they'll just peck at it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
Well, I mean, they'll eat it while, what they can, and then
Yeah.
So then I seen one, well, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, and I scared it off with a shotgun.
He wasn't wearing any pants.
I wasn't. Imagine this: me, my house slippers, and my drawers. That was it. Rocky had made his distress call, and then Gunner perked up and growled, and I looked out the window and I seen this hawk in the snow and like up against the fence, and all I did was run towards the door and said "ba-bam," and it scared him off and he flew away. And then the very next day he was back, and he was actually perched up on top of the little 2x4s that are netting to keep the hawks out. He was perched up on top of that, so he's kind of a brave guy.
I think he's hungry.
So I scared him away again, and then I had to go to town for a back appointment, and then she was out here by herself, and that's when everything went down.
It did. I did something really stupid. And the bad thing is I lecture everybody all the time. Don't slip out here. Be careful. Don't fall. And I totally did it.
She went out with her Crocs on.
I did. Once again, we heard Rocky calling, and I looked out the window, and I saw a hawk on the ground again, and he had gotten under the netting, and he was trying to like fly up to like go in. And the thing is like, my husband said, just scared away with a gunshot, or, don't run outside and slip and fall. But I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking straight, and I saw it, and I ran outside. It was snowy. It was icy, and the thing is I actually made it down there safely. I was running out there with my Crocs on. I scared the hawk away. He flew away. So I went inside the main door, and I got everybody in, and I shut their run, and everything was good to go. And I stepped outside and shut the big huge gate, and I slept.
That's when you slept?
That's when I slept.
It wasn't even in the heat of the moment.
It wasn't.
You were just like closing things up.
Oh, totally was.
I didn't even know that. She's like, all right, I'm going back to the...
That is exactly what happened.
And I get a phone call.
Well, wait. That's not even the bad part. The bad part is I go down, and
Did you go down like this? I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh my gosh. Actually, it was so fast that I remember like looking at my ankle and thinking to myself, oh my gosh, my ankle shouldn't be like laying like that. It shouldn't be bent back like that. And I flipped over on my stomach, and I'll be honest with you. I am really not good with pain. I have like a really low pain tolerance.
I can attest to that.
And I swear to God, I think I passed out. I'm not quite sure. But I remember like waking up on the ground in the snow, and I thought, oh my God, I gotta get up. So I actually stood up. That did not work, because then I let, like, all of a sudden everything went like purple again, and I like went back down on the ground, and I was like, okay, I need to get to the cabin because I think I might have broke my foot. So I had actually crawled up to the cabin in the snow and in the rain, because I could not stand up on my foot, and the whole time Gunnar is like licking my face and whining, and
like, come on, Mama, you can make it.
I would push him up and he would come right back. He was like, oh my gosh. And then I finally got up the stairs and I got inside, and the only thing I could really think of was, I remember thinking, dear God, let the phone work inside the house, because my
we don't always have signal.
No, my phone never works. And luckily, I was able to get a call out to Brian, and
I was sitting there with a buddy of mine. Hey, Reese. I had just 2 days ago took my drone up to fly and get some footage, and then all of a sudden it like threw a blade, and it just started, it was like 120 feet up in the air, and it just started going and it went boom, and you know, its legs said. So that was actually the first casualty. Was my drone broke. So my friend Reese had a drone, and he was like, well, I don't ever use it anymore, and knew they're super expensive, and so he was like, yeah, I'll sell mine to you, because yeah, I'm not using it like I used to. And I said, I'll buy it. So anyways, we were in the process of going over to the high school, because I was going to just fly it around, test it out, and I get a phone call. Me and him sitting in the truck, and I get a phone call, and it's my wife, and I go, it's got to be here's what I said. I go, it's got to be my wife, because nobody calls me. And it was. And she goes, babe, I broke my foot.
No, first you go, I think I said something about, I'm trying not to pass out again.
Then she goes, wait a minute, I think I got to pass out again. So I was like,
that was kind of dramatic.
I was like, this is real. And Reese is like looking like all wide-eyed at me, and I go, I think I gotta go. And he goes, yeah, go, just go. So I left. I had a whole bunch of stuff to bring out here, but I just left it all in town and jumped in the boat and came out. And that, like I said in the video, there was a big storm coming. I got over here, but I wouldn't have been able to get her back and get back over here. And we were still in the 20s then, so the chickens would have been out of water, you know, it had frozen. So somebody needed to be here for the chickens. So we chartered a helicopter.
We did, our second time.
So here's how helicopters work is, depends on how far you are, but for us, because we're pretty close to Juneau, they have different sizes of helicopters, and if it's 20 knots or under the wind, they can bring their lightweight helicopters out, and it costs you $300. If it's anything above 20 knots, and it actually was above 20 knots, but like one of the head honchos came out and flew, thank you for not, so if it's, then they have to bring the bigger chopper, and that's $600, and that's a little bit more of a ding to your wallet than $300. I mean, $300 is a ding, don't get me wrong, but yeah. $600 is twice as much.
Yeah, they were really sweet. I actually called them and I was like, I think I broke my ankle, and they're like, yeah. They're like, you just let us know, we'll be ready to go and come get you whenever you want. And they absolutely did. So thanks to Coastal Helicopters for once again totally helping us out, because they just they took care of me. You know, we landed and they had a little, you know, side by side out there for me and put me in, and it was really sweet. They took really good care of me, so thank you.
They did. It was super nice of them. So,
Yeah.
anyways, we got our $300 worth. But that's something that you need to think about is if you have like super duper emergencies like that, how do you get out? And that's one way to do it. So, I posted. Let's go on rants now. Just kidding, lover. Not a big rant, a little rant. I posted a comment on like an off-grid Facebook forum, and I was like, I can't wait for Starlink to get here. And of course, you get everybody who's like, well, if you're off-grid, you don't need cell service, and you don't need internet, and you don't need this and that. That's coming from people who don't live off-grid. Because if you do live off-grid, you know that you do need cell service, because accidents happen. And if we didn't have cell service out here, we've got a handy-dandy VHF radio here in the cabin, so you could actually call boats or the Coast Guard and have them come out to you as well. But that's going to cost you more money than if you just charter a helicopter. So
yeah, and I think the Coast Guard will come out if it's a life and death situation.
Yeah, and
yeah,
that's like life and death's eyesight, limb, or life. Mm-hmm. Eye, limb, or life. And that wasn't her, so they probably would have just been like, tough it out. Toughen up, Cookie. But yeah, so you do need, you either need cell signal or you need some places on the island you can get cell service. But if the signal wasn't working here, she'd have had to crawl like, I don't know, 100 yards to get to the little area where everybody gets cell service.
I don't know if I would have been able to do that.
Yeah.
I'm a big baby.
You might have been able to get up on the four-wheeler and drive over there, but...
Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I would have. Of course I would have, but yeah, it was not pleasant at all, for sure.
Anyway, so on with my rant. The rant's over, really, but just let everybody know, we got the email from Elon Musk. Hey, Elon. So he says that our area is in the beta testing phase now, so we paid him our $99, and I don't know how long it takes from when you pay your original $99 until you get your equipment and stuff. I think the equipment's like $500, but that's the same thing with HughesNet, and I've heard just nothing but horrible things about HughesNet, so that's why I never got it. But if we get the Starlink, then we won't have to go to town to upload videos. We can upload them right here. How nice would that be?
Oh, it's just nice that if I ever have to make a phone call out like this before, which is crazy. I've never hurt myself. We've been here 7 years now, and I guess there's a first time for everything.
Well,
so.
Eventually. You know what they say about motorcycles? It's not if you go down, but when you go down.
Yeah,
so
I guess this is my when I went down. So
she went down hard. I've fallen and I can't get up. Anyways, if you guys got any other questions about like emergency stuff and how maybe we'll go over like some of our first aid kits here and what we keep on hand. So if something like that's interesting to you guys, let us know. And if you got any other questions, just... Oh, wait, we're supposed to do something. If you want us to know...
Okay, go ahead. If you want us to know, what is it?
So, leave a comment below.
Okay, go ahead.
So anyways, if you guys have any other questions for us, if you want us to know...
Leave a comment below.
Booyah. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.
Thanks.